This is Mother's Day. What a nice display they have. But I ate upstairs and this is downstairs. I'm ready to go on the bus. Well, here we are in Vicksburg, Mississippi. They made sure we knew that. Of course, there's a truck right in front of this wall. And on this wall, it mentions a bunch of high water marks and when they were. 2008, 1929, 1917, behind the trees. Or it would have been some time if the levee held. This is what they have on the other side of the wall, which is much more attractive. Very nice.
And in 1825, this town would be incorporated, so it's celebrating its 200th anniversary this year. Part of that. Vicksburg, at the time of the Civil War, was one of the largest port city here in the state of Mississippi. The other one being Natchez.
Okay, the fixer-upper building.
63, and the next day, he ordered Sherman to attack about 2 o'clock p.m. on the 19th of May. Sherman, believing that the assault will not be successful, uses a very small force to attack just north of the 27th Louisiana Lynette, which is part of the Stockade Redan complex that we'll see later on today and during our tour. Fighting will continue all day. The Union Army was able to post their colors on the railroad redoubt, but at the end of the day, it's a Union defeat. They withdraw, and the next day, Grant decides to go into siege operations. He will be facing a 9-mile Confederate defense location here, built by Pemberton with the help of his chief engineer, Major Samuel Lockett, in the fall of '62 over Robert E. Lee, led by George Gordon Meade. A double whammy, as I will say, for the Confederate Army. From there, Civil War continues on for 2 more years until we have the surrender there at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia.
We have General Pemberton, head of the Confederate forces here. And over here we have Ulysses Grant, commander of the U.S. forces. This trench warfare, Civil War style. A little different from World War I, where they had trench warfare in Europe. This is the ground around the Shirley House. Part of this is warfare, and evidently part of it is natural ravine. At Milliken's Bend, a little north of Vicksburg, African American soldiers proved that they were equal to any other soldiers. During the siege and the bombardments, a lot of the local people moved into caves nearby. This one outfitted quite nicely for a cave, that is.
Got any questions? I'll answer those.
There's redans, lunettes, and redoubts. This is a redan.
Vicksburg's land defenses stretch more than
This is a lunette.
of earth and logs.
It's half moon shaped. And here's a redoubt. First assault on Vicksburg.
Pinned down, Confederates lobbed hand grenades into their midst. The Federals used the cover of darkness to fall back in their lines. Almost 1,000 of Grant's men killed, wounded, or missing.
Burton lost 70.
On a much wider 3-mile front. Only McClernand's gains of the battle. He sends Grant a message. Keep up the pressure. If they are beaten back, to lose another 3,000 men. By mid-June, they begin mining
During the siege.
on June 25th, the Federals explode 2,200 pounds of black powder. Soldiers from both sides pour into the breach, fighting for more than 20 hours before Grant calls off the attack. The 220 blast the southern defenses from the back as Porter's gunboats shelled Vicksburg's batteries from the river. Citizens took to living in hillside caves for shelter. Food and water were scarce. Slid under the door of Plymouth. If you can't beat us, surrender until you realize you must surrender.
And Dr. Smith, Tim to us, is the historian on board. Here's his books about Vicksburg. This is Confederate Army is here. Here's some of their cannons.